gonna do the main event first.
All right, we're getting started with the main event. For the middleweight belt, we have Trevin Giles versus Eric Thompson. First up on the scale, we have Eric Thompson. 184 pounds for Eric Thompson. Next up, we have Trevin Giles. 185.5 for Trevin Giles. Because it's a title fight, he will have to cut that half pound.
My belt, pump, the my belt.
Woo. Woo. Next up on the scales, we have the women's title fight. We have Paulina Granados versus Stephanie Alba. First on the scales, we have Stephanie Alba.
109.
109 for Stephanie Alba. Next up on the scales, we have Paulina Granados. 109 for Paulina Granados. We have a title fight.
Take a picture. I might need to get him.
Next up, Mike England, Christopher Lopez.
Next up, we have Mike Eaglin versus Chris Lopez. First on the scale, Mike Eaglin. Go, Chris. 178.5 for Mike Eaglin.
168.5.
Oh, 168.5 for Mike Eaglin. Next up, we have Chris Lopez. 170 for Chris Lopez. Go, Chris.
Next up, Jan Digalov, James De Herrera. Okay.
Next up, we have Jan Digalov versus James De Herrera at 135 pounds.
Not bad,
What was his weight? 134 and a quarter for Jan Digalov. First on the scales, we have, next fight we have Edgar Juarez versus Cameron Graves. Edgar Juarez is on the scale first. 154 for Edgar Juarez. Next on the scales, we have Cameron Graves. 147 for Cameron Graves. We have a fight. Man, we don't need the sweater vest in the face-off picture.
Get the vest on, Graves.
Sweater man.
That's pretty ballin'.
159. This is Arthur Ashton versus Syed. I don't know how to say his last name. Please don't plan a jihad on my ass. What was the weight?
164.5.
164.5 for Syed. 159 for Arthur Ashton. Next up, we have Jeremy Leader versus Max Trevino.
Jeremy Leader, 188.
Jeremy Leader, 188, with his little daughter standing next to the scale. And this would be who I thought was a heavyweight. And apparently I was wrong. What was the weight? 194 for Max Trevino? Max Trevino. Earlier I picked a picture of him saying he was a heavyweight. Apparently I was wrong. He was a light heavyweight. She can be in it too. Hey, if yo, both of y'all wait together, never mind. Next up, we have Julian Rios versus what? Really? That's Julian Rios? Oh. I hope not. Oh shit. I guess I'll never mind. Julian Rios versus Kyle Villarreal.
What's the weight?
I don't know.
157, this one is 150 and a half.
What?
Kyle's 10 pounds lighter. 10 pounds lighter.
Next up is
Kendrick Holloway versus Tommy Wood at 180 pounds. First up, we have Tommy Wood. Tommy Wood sounds like a porn name.
What's the weight?
What was the weight?
174.
174 for Tom Wood. 177.5 for Kendrick Holloway.
All right, next up is Daniel Lefkonon and Danny Kahan.
Thank you, fellas.
Kendrick, thank you, Kendrick.
Thank you, Kendrick. We have Jake Heffernan versus Jose Ceja. Jose Ceja, first on the scale. 145 for Mr. Jose Ceja. 146.5 for Jake Heffernan.
That's the order we're going by.
35. We have Carlos Alonso versus Luis Ibarra. 133 for Carlos Alonso. Next up we have Luis Ibarra. 136 for Luis Ibarra.
Last up is going to be Mario Mancilla.
All right, in the first fight of the evening, we have Mario Mancillas versus Jonathan Butler. 175 for Mario Mancillas. And first up, we have, or next up, Jonathan Butler. 168 for Jonathan Butler.
I forgot.